funny enough, I was born in India and I was literally 4 years old when I was transplanted to Africa. I actually grew up in Africa. So I grew up actually, interestingly enough, with both an Eastern culture or Indian cultural background and affiliation, as well as a Western influence. I grew up in Africa and I grew up with a lot of instillment, I would say still a lot of structure, but at the same time a lot of leeway in terms of deciding upon certain facets of my own life. And I think that was a good thing for me. I'm not married to an Indian. I don't know whether my parents ever told me that I needed to marry an Indian. They never said that. But I went out there and chose a life partner that's not necessarily an Indian. She's actually from Britain, but Jamaican by origin. Could I have found a better partner? I don't know, but the partner that I have is pretty darn good, and I'm pretty happy with my life. I think life is all about discovering yourself, and I'm just glad that I discovered what my life's journey was, and I went down that particular journey. I mean, a lot of people actually are shown the path to a particular journey and never end up taking that journey. I think the one characteristic trait of an entrepreneur is that we're risk takers. I mean, I started my company at a tender age of 34. I just thought that there was nothing to lose. If this didn't work out, I could easily go back to doing what I was doing. I had 3 young kids. I had a new mortgage to basically pay, but I still took that plunge, right? If I had stayed in my job, probably I would have progressed quite well, but I don't think I would have realized my dream or realized what perhaps that dream was, right? So I think every entrepreneur needs to recognize that, and I think a good trait in entrepreneurs is basically being able to take that risk and plunge right ahead. My name is Sanjay Kumar. I'm actually a clinician by training and probably an entrepreneur by trade. I actually ended up starting off as a clinician and ended up starting off one of the first cloud-based data management and decision support companies in healthcare. I'm a TiE charter member for TiE Silicon Valley. I'm also one of the steering committee members for TiE Angels. And I primarily help with most of the healthcare IT interests that TiE might have, either in terms of vetting companies and screening companies, or even on TiECon, helping organize some of the programs related to healthcare IT. TiE enables entrepreneurs to literally discover themselves. I think the nurturing, the mentoring, the guiding, the hand-holding, and the time that is spent by a number of TiE charter members, in most cases voluntarily, without really asking for anything or really demanding anything. I see TiE as a focal point of collaboration for entrepreneurs. And I think TiE Silicon Valley is beginning to take on more and more of a role in terms of really growing those opportunities. The caliber of people is unparalleled. I mean, you have a wide variety of people, very, very well accomplished individuals, people that have not just run one company, people that have founded multiple companies from ground zero to publicly traded companies worth billions of dollars, exited, actually been the founding fathers of certain technology-based companies that we know of, right? I mean, people that have pioneered certain things. I mean, for example, my company pioneered cloud-based applications when cloud was not even existing in healthcare, when HIPAA was not even defined. Those are the kind of people that you find. And actually, I think people that founded TiE, if you meet the forefathers of TiE, and a number of them you'll probably come across, the Kanwal Rekhis of the world and Ajay Patels of the world and the like, very humble folks that have literally given a lot to basically starting off what I call this movement. And today this movement is global. And I think we only stand to benefit if we can engage with each other with the same humility as well as with the same prejudice in terms of growing these younger entrepreneurs and foster them to become great as what we were.